I mean this. I'm going to tell you a story. Years and years ago, I used to teach a martial art breaking course. Guys, put your hands up. Who's ever broken a board at the club? Who's broken a board at the martial arts club? Yeah, okay, not yet. So we're going to get this sorted. When you guys come back, we're going to be board breaking, okay? When I first had to do board breaking, I'm from an old, very traditional style of karate originally. We used to break, and kids come here, we used to break bricks, tiles, boards. We just broke things. We'd go around to each other's houses and we'd help break walls down as well. It was part of the system that we did of karate. Very silly if we don't do things like that anymore. But when I was teaching a board breaking class a long time ago, the first person in the class that broke a board didn't break it. And they had 6 or 7 goes at breaking this board. So 6 or 7 times this person went, and each time their confidence went lower and lower and lower. Okay. And then the next person to have a go at breaking a board, put your hands up. Who thinks they did it on their first time? Guess how many times it took them? 6 or 7 times. What about the third person to break a board? Do you think they broke it on the first time? Guess how many times it took them? 6 or 7 times. I was like, oh my God, this is a complete nightmare. So what I did was, the next time I did a breaking course, I got a kid, just a normal kid, nothing amazing, nothing special, didn't have superpowers like Aggie, okay? And I got this child who I knew could do it. He broke the board on his first time. Guess what happened to the second person that had to break a board? Who thinks they broke it on the first time? Because they'd seen somebody else do it. Somebody that looks just like them, somebody just normal, did it the first time. They thought, well, if you can do it, I can do it. And that's what we mean by vicarious experience. Who's got a friend at school where you've ever thought, well, they can swim, I can swim, or they can do that, I can do that? Who's ever thought that before? Yeah. Now, awesome. Mums and dads, I heard a story years and years ago once about a parent that was banging their heads trying to teach their Kim how to swim. Mums and dads, put your hand up. Who's ever taught your kids to swim? Put your hands up just so I know, okay? And the child just wouldn't listen to that. Have you ever tried teaching your child something and they just wouldn't listen to you? They wouldn't focus. They didn't believe what you did. They didn't trust you, okay? And they had a brainwave, okay? They brought their son's friend over and took them both swimming. And because their son's friend could swim, they could see their friend could swim. Guess how long it took them to learn to swim? 1 day. At the end of that day, they were swimming. Okay, so there's a tip. If you want your kids to do something and they can't do it, bring the friend round to the house that does it already, and they'll copy. They'll learn really fast. That's vicarious experience. That's an amazing way to build confidence. The next way is persuasion. Now, a question, kids. Who likes to be told they've done something well? Put your hands up. Who likes to be told they've done a good job? Yeah. So here's a fact for you, mums and dads. For young students in the martial arts club, this is from our observations and research as well, type into chat, how many times do you think we have to tell a student they've done something well before we try and make a correction on something they've done that's not right? How many times do you think students need to hear they've done something good before we try and correct them that something's not right? Type it into chat. Do you think we just tell them once you've done a good job, but you need to put your guard up? Now, do it again. That's enough. So, mums and dads, kids, how many times do you think young students need to be told something good to kind of balance out the one thing that you want them to do, the one correction, resolving the one mistake? Yeah. 7 positive times is what our coaches in the club are trained. We look for 7 positive things before we correct one thing. Does that make sense? And it does a few things. It means, first of all, when a coach walks into the class, they're looking for everything that's right. So their mindset is, wow, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. What do you think that does to the energy of the class? What do you think that does to the confidence of the class? Does that make sense? Yeah, it makes it much better. And then we correct things. What about adolescents or teenagers? How many times do you think teenagers need to be told they're doing something good